Disclaimer. This series is a work of satire containing heavy social commentary, occasional language, and an overall terrible Minecraft society. I repeat, Wheaton is not a good place to live in. High exposure is not recommended for child audiences or anyone who wants to stay comfortable with living in America. Thank you. Previously on High Exposure.
I think they get expelled. We don't see them again. If their stuff gets moved out of the dorms. This not gonna happen to me, right?
What is this?
Do you know her?
She was my student. I can't believe they killed, her. I will not let her death be in vain.
So, what now?
Well, if we want to save people now, we must first go to the past.
I know where this is going.
The museum!
But it's boring and expensive. Not to mention it's really far. I say we should go to the library instead.
But the books don't have pictures. At least the museum has a display.
The museum has been under construction since before I was born. It won't have anything.
Have you been there?
No.
Exactly, let's go.
Fine. What if my ankles get swollen? You're rubbing my feet.
Absolutely not.
Then you're paying for the surgery.
Why is there only one exhibit? We paid $50 for this, each.
I told you it's under construction.
But only one exhibit?
This is why I said we should go to the library.
Well, let's just go to the exhibit.
It's $25. The 1970s are useless for us.
It's cool. Let's go.
Why is it so depressing?
It's a Victorian exhibit.
Who's Victoria?
Oh, look at this poem. It's called The Caves.
Oh, let me see. Oh, Enderman, Enderman, how tall must you be? How skinny must you be? How thou back pain must hurt. I love the color black by Edgar Allan Poe. What did I just read?
There's another one. The Master Calculator.
Is it bad?
It goes like this. Oh, how quirky you must be, black sheep. Not because of your color, but because of the size of that monster truck you call an ass. Hey, you got your inhaler because of that asthma. Dick de Hugh-ho.
That was a waste of money.
Agreed. What else is there?
Well, there's a main section about the history of Wheaton. You know, the area that's actually relevant to our search.
Don't look at me. It's not my fault all those old poets are like that.
My cankles aren't going to recover from this.
Well, I hope your cankles can lead us to some answers.
Ugh, fine.
What do you think we'll find up there?
I don't know. It's called The History of Wheaton. I'm assuming it'll be the history of Wheaton.
I get that, but think about those Victorian poems. Do you really think they're going to give us any history?
I mean, it's history. You can't really change it, right?
Let's just go to the first diorama.
What does the bottom say?
You can't read it?
I forgot my reading glasses.
In the old times, before the founding of Wheattown, the settlers used to live in small communities and grew crops. They were dispersed in small areas and were mostly farmers. They did not have much innovation aside from huts and irrigation. They lived in relative peace, for the most part.
What happened next?
Eventually, they were struck by famine and drought. Their plants and livestock had died from an unknown plague. With no food and no water, the villagers became ill. Many perished, and all effort went into helping the sick. With this, they lowered their defenses, with no resources left.
Can I get some popcorn or...
Then the monsters began their raid. The settlers' lack of planning caused the mobs to spawn. Every night a new monster would arrive, taking lives. Soon the settlers were unable to walk the streets. In the daylight it was the creepers, in the night the rest. No one was safe, but the worst was yet to come.
Oh, this turned into a movie?
Be quiet! Without defense, the settlers didn't have much of a chance. Zombies, creepers, endermen, and all the mobs in the land raided. In a violent attack, the homes were set on fire. Those who survived the fire were killed by the monsters. Only a few made it to morning. Our founders came across the remains on a pilgrimage. The survivors were starving and sick with nowhere left to go. Our founders heard their cries and promised to help them rebuild. They stopped their journey and settled with the old villagers. Together, they began Weedtown.
Wow, that's depressing. But we were taught that in school.
Wait, there's more dioramas over there. The new founders came in with plenty of ideas. They started by fixing the economy. They created lots of jobs for everyone. They also made plenty of shops to grow the trading within the town and its surrounding villages.
That's good, right?
They also introduced many new security features. First, they made a protective wall around the whole town. They also made several checkpoints along this wall. They also captured many of the dangerous creatures. They put them in a zoo for everyone's safety.
But they're not dangerous, though.
They created a religion that would bring us closer to heaven. We now praise the one and only Barrette. She will help us ascend to a better life after we die. She only asks for small sacrifices in return. Small sacrifices. I doubt a human life is a small sacrifice. They built a beautiful prayer place where we can all be together while doing what we love to do. Wow.
What does the next one say?
They expanded the farmland beyond our wildest dreams. We now grow more crops than ever and all in our backyard. We have so much food we have to throw some away or we give it out to the poor. Really?
I've never seen a food drive anywhere here.
We also have lots of meat that we harvest humanely. The last one says, now we are more educated than ever thanks to the new school. Although the kids are sent out for a while, they learn many valuable lessons, including responsibility, how to live with others, and most importantly, how to generate lots of money for the city. On behalf of Weedtown, thank you.
We all know that's BS.
Something isn't adding up.
You might have been right earlier. We should look into this again. Like we did at the zoo and the buy and die.
Is there some sort of public library we could go to?
Yes, this is what I've been trying to tell you.
Is there a way to avoid the checkout fees? We kind of spent all our money on the museum.
If we had gone to the library in the first place, we wouldn't be in this mess.
I know, but we could break in.
Are you crazy? Break in? Again?
What's the worst that could happen? Are there any guards?
No, it's a library. Who would even break in?
Us! See, it's perfect.
There's no way to convince you otherwise, is there?
Nope.
Fine, but if we get arrested...
We'll be fine. Watch my back.
What are you doing?
Shh.
How did you get one of those? They're illegal.
I snuck it in.
And you've never mentioned this before?
You never asked.
This is a violation of your lease.
We can discuss this later, Will.
Let's go to the back. No one ever checks the back.
This place is so dusty. Does anyone ever clean it?
It's a library. No one comes over here. The fee, remember?
What's the big fee anyway?
Well, if you see this sign, it's $50 to rent a book.
$50? This is a library.
Don't get me started on late fees.
I don't even want to hear it.
Oh, there's a book here.
What does it say?
Road work ahead. I sure hope it does.
Oh, I love that one.
I didn't know you were into poetry.
Hey, Will, come take a look.
What is it?
There's a thing sticking out of that bookshelf.
It's just a nail.
Oh my.
What's down there?
Only one way to find out.
Next on High Exposure.
You secret room filled with relevant information or something?
Ugh.
There's some old books here.
Could you read them?
Who the hell is Miranda?